Prophet Ibrahim was a distinguished and auspicious servant of God. Prophet Ibrahim was one of God's servants to whom he vouchsafed the true path, honored with prophethood, and made distinguished in his own sight. The fact that he and his family were chosen over all beings is revealed in a verse thus: God chose Adam and Nuh, and the family of Ibrahim and the family of Imran over all other beings. Prophet Ibrahim was a community in himself. Ibrahim was a community in himself, exemplary, obedient to God, a man of pure natural belief. He was not one of the idolaters. Prophet Ibrahim held God above all things, was genuinely devoted to him, feared and respected only him, and sought only his good pleasure. Despite all the difficulties he encountered and the large numbers of those who opposed him, he continued most determinedly in his struggle, thanks to his courage and trust in God. Prophet Ibrahim was grateful to God. Prophet Ibrahim was a servant who constantly gave thanks to God for the blessings imparted to him. The Qur'an reports this attribute of his thus: He was thankful for his blessings. God chose him and guided him to a straight path. Prophet Ibrahim was submitted to God. When his Lord said to him, "Become a Muslim," he, Ibrahim, replied, "I am a Muslim who has submitted to the Lord of all the worlds." Throughout his struggle with his tribe, Prophet Ibrahim demonstrated deep devotion and total submission to God. And no matter what his tribe did, he continued to spread God's religion with great enthusiasm. Prophet Ibrahim was tender-hearted. Being compassionate, tender-hearted, affectionate, and full of love and forgiveness is one of the believer's characteristics praised by God. Our Lord reveals that Prophet Ibrahim possessed such a tender-hearted nature. Ibrahim was tender-hearted and forbearing. Prophet Ibrahim, who was descended from the line of Prophet Nuh, left behind him a most important legacy for all believers. That legacy is belief in one God. Throughout his life he believed in the oneness of God. He ascribed no partners to him and preached this to his tribe. His advice continued with his line, his sons Ishmael and Ishak, his grandson Yaqub and his son Yusuf, peace be upon them all, and the other holy prophets from that same line later continued to call on their people to live by religion's moral values. The Qur'an mentions his legacy in the following terms: When his Lord said to him, "Become a Muslim," he, Ibrahim, replied, "I am a Muslim who has submitted to the Lord of all the worlds." Ibrahim directed his sons to this, as did Yaqub. "My sons, God has chosen this religion for you, so do not die except as Muslims." Prophet Ibrahim and Prophet Lut lived in the same region. Although they lived among different people, they still supported one another. Like all of the prophets, Prophet Lut was a chosen individual who left an example for all people of sincerity and submission to God. However, a perversion definitively prohibited by God was prevalent among the people of Prophet Lut: homosexuality. Prophet Lut called on his tribe to fear and respect God, abandon their homosexuality, and live a life that would please him. But they responded to his words with hostility. They even threatened him and the believers with exile. Yet he never gave up and continued to communicate his message to obtain God's good pleasure. That is because he had a strong faith in and a deep fear of God. Prophet Lut called on his people to abandon their indecent acts and to follow him. He told them how great was the immorality of the life they were leading. This message of his is related thus in the Qur'an. Lut said, "Of all beings, do you lie with males, leaving the wives God has created for you? You are a people who have overstepped the limits." They said, "Lut, if you do not desist, you will be expelled." He said, "I am someone who detests the deed you perpetrate." However, the deniers in the tribe were unaware of what was about to befall them and continued to reject his message, until they experienced God's terrible retribution. Our Lord used angels to reveal to Prophet Lut that his tribe would be punished severely for their excesses. The coming of the angels to him and God's commandment are revealed as follows in the verses. He, Lut, said, "You are people we do not know." They said, "We have come to you with what they had doubts about. We have brought you the truth, and we are certainly truthful men. Travel with your family in the dead of night, following behind with them in front of you. None of you must look back. Go to where you are ordered." We revealed to him the command we had decreed, that on the following morning the last remnant of those people would be cut off.